it's been almost 2 full months since the Gen 9 starters were revealed, and I want to talk about what I want and what I think we're gonna get coming from the final evolutions of each of those starters. Now, I don't really put a lot of stock in all of the rumors and the leaks and whatnot because there are so many fake Pokemon generator websites out there that people can just make up stuff and it will look so real and it's clearly not. So let's look at what possibly some of these new starters are going to look like in the end. And let's start off with number one, Sprigatito, a capricious, attention-seeking grass cat Pokemon. So obviously we have the official image here for the grass starter. And then as it evolves again, here is what it could possibly look like as its second form. And this art here from this person, Shania, has it going into a grass fairy type. And I'm not completely out of the loop with that, or like off base with that. I kind of think we could either get one of two things, either grass fairy or grass dark. A lot of people wanted like Sceptile to be dark type back in the day, and it never was. So having a grass dark type would be really cool. Grass Fairy would also be pretty dope, which would also help with some of the type advantages with some of the other starters, which we'll see here in a moment. But either Grass Fairy or Grass Dark, I think would be ideal for Sprigatito as a final evolution. Now, what would we call these things? I have no idea. Don't speak Spanish. I don't really have any background into languages and stuff as to what we would possibly name this. And we're not really going to go into everybody's concept art today either. We're just going to talk about what it could be, what it might be. Here's one that I liked, and I know a lot of people are going to love this one because, as you can see, it stays on all fours, which apparently that's a big hang up for people. I don't really know why. Like, nobody seemed to have a problem with Litten going to Incineroar and becoming bipedal. Like, I don't know why everyone is obsessed with Sprigatito staying on all fours. Personally, don't care. I really care more about like its typing and its move set and what it's how it's going to function, what kind of abilities it's going to have. Probably this would have like Overgrow or something. That's what I see a lot of people thinking it's going to have. So that makes sense. No, I don't see any problem with having like Overgrow or something like that. And I think Grass Fairy would work really well because it would help it with a lot of different types, but it would actually make it, then it would be 4 times weak to poison, which would be an issue if one of the other starters happened to also have poison, but whatever, we'll get to that when we come to that. But I think for Sprigatito, what I really want to see more than anything is Grass Dark. I just feel like that would be a lot cooler. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the fairy types. Just never really been my thing. Like, I don't really care about fairy type that much. So for Sprigatito, final evolution, what I want to see, don't care if it's bipedal or on all fours, but I want a grass dark final evolution for Sprigatito. And before we jump into our next one, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video. Leave a comment down below as well and tell me what your ideas are for Sprigatito, as well as the rest of the starters that we're about to cover. So let's keep going and let's move on to the next one. Next up, we have Fuecoco, which currently is my starter pick. That's what I'm going with, just based off of the first stage evolutions. We'll have to see what exactly it ends up turning into, but Fuecoco, I love fire. I always choose fire. So unless one of the other starters can sway me really hard to pick a different one, I'm sticking with my fire Pokemon and Fuecoco. But as you see here, Fuecoco, laid back fire croc Pokemon that does things at its own pace. I love its goofy derpy face as its first stage evolution. It's great. It's great. And obviously, from what we know, it's official that it's a crocodile type Pokemon. It's not a pepper. It's not an apple. It's like a crocodile. That's yes. So I double checked, pulled up the documentation. It is known on the official Pokemon website as a fire croc Pokemon. So it's not a pepper and not an apple. move on past that, which I'm sure most people have figured that out by now, and we are well past that. But here we go. It's a fire, obviously. It's second stage. Probably would just be fire as well. Maybe be a bigger crocodile, kind of like, like crocodile and whatnot. Similar to that. I like this design. Maybe we'll change the design a little bit, make it a little more fierce looking or more, we'll see. But it's final stage evolution, fire dragon. That is my preferred typing, and that would be because we've got what one fire dragon in existence, Reshiram. That's it. There's no other fire dragon Pokemon that exists. And having a dragon type as a final stage starter, that would be amazing. We also don't have that yet. None of the final starters have ever been dragon type. We're not talking about mega evolutions, but in their base third evolution, none of them are dragons. So a fire dragon would be awesome. And I really think this here, I know it's a crocodile, but I think it should be more dragony. Like it really, I mean, I guess Komodo dragon and alligator. I mean, I guess they're kind of dinosaur dragony, but that definitely looks like this artwork right here. Definitely looks like an alligator. Or crocodile, sorry, crocodile, alligator, whatever. I know they're different, but obviously they're very, very much the same. I don't have either one of those around me, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, it definitely looks like a crocodile there. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like Aggron, but obviously you see here it's fire dragon instead. So then going back to the Sprigatito final evolution for this artwork where they had it as a fire fairy type, that's where the fairy would actually come into play here, because now you have an advantage. Obviously it still has the fire type advantage against you, but now you have a fairy type advantage against the dragon. So you got a little play wiggle room there. I mean, yeah, see how much damage can you really do. Your grass starter will probably have a little bit less attack and stuff, and special attack. So we'll see how it fares up against a fire dragon as a grass fairy type. But it would be I think it would be cool to have, you had the normal dynamic of water, grass, and fire, and then all of a sudden the grass starter now gets fairy type, which makes it effective against the fire final evolution of a fire dragon. So it would be a cool typing, but like I said, I still want Sprigatito to be fire dark or grass dark. So Fuecoco, fire dragon, I feel like that is my preferred and the best outcome for it to be. But there's been lots of other rumors. Obviously, a lot of people thinking it was going to be a pepper. They were saying more like fire and ghost, or fire and what was the other one? I think poison, fire and poison, or fire and ghost, things like that. Those are the kind of other typings that I've heard people mention and think about, which fire ghost could happen, but I mean, this could even be being as like a crocodile. It could even end up being fire ground. But I mean, I definitely would prefer it to be fire dragon, a fire breathing dragon. Please, I mean, it's a perfect fit. It's a fire breathing dragon. Give it a dragon typing. Don't give us the Charizard treatment and screw it over again. Like, give us the Pokemon typing that it should be fire dragon. So, with that being said, let's move on to the final one. All right, and now we're going to have possibly one of the coolest looking first starters is Quaxly, the earnest and tidy duckling Pokemon. And obviously, everybody was up in a roar. We already have a water duck. We've got duckling. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, shut up. Nobody cares. Whatever. This thing was freaking dope. When I first glanced at it, I thought it kind of looked like a pirate or something. Kind of had like a little, pirate swashbuckler hat. And I thought it looked really cool. Obviously, everybody made tons and tons of comparisons to not Daffy Duck, Donald Duck. It's not Daffy Duck, wrong duck, but Donald Duck. Definitely gives us strong Donald Duck vibes. Really like that. So here, this person has it going to, I don't know. I mean, the second evolution kind of looks like the protagonist of the games, like Schoolboy. It looks like a daggone Schoolboy. I honestly I don't like it. And then the final evolution becoming a water steel, which what is this supposed to be, like a professor look? Like it looks like a wise old professor because it's got like the tie and a monocle, and the hat comes off now. What is that? How does so what? The hat was never real. Like the hat's not part of its body. It could come off this whole time. So yeah, water steel. We are obviously we already have Empoleon, so we don't really need another water steel Pokemon. Um, Especially a starter evolution. Like, do we really want to go water steel again? I don't want to take this the same route that we did with firefighting back in Gens 3, 4, and 5, where we literally had firefighting 3 generations in a row. Look at my, please, no, we don't need to repeat that. Obviously, it's not going to be a repeat exactly because it's, we're skipping generations, but I don't like doing the same starter typings over and over again. Obviously, we've had just plain whatever. That's just the way I feel. But I think for Quaxly's final evolution, I don't really know what it's going to look like, but I'm envisioning more of like pirate themed and like a swashbuckler and maybe with like a sword or something. And I think it would be a better fit as a water fighting type. We have, I can only think of one other water fighting off the top of my head, Poliwrath from Gen 1. I can honestly can't think of another water fighting type. If you guys think of another water fighting type that I'm not thinking of, let me know down in the comments below. But water fighting, I think that would be a really, really, really cool typing. Like I said earlier, I don't have names for any of these final evolutions because I don't know. I'm not very good at nicknaming my Pokemon, so I'm not good at coming up with names in the first place. But that's how I feel. I really feel like a water fighting final evolution for Quaxly would be really dope. Give it kind of like a pirate, like or like a Zorro, like sword swashbuckler kind of vibe and feel. Um, it'd be really cool. I think that would look really cool. And well, if we're gonna be in Spain, we got Spain, kind of those Spanish vibes to it. Like, yeah, give it something like that. And they had pirates in Spain back in the day. They might still have pirates. I don't know what goes on out there. I can't see in the water. I can't see that far, but who knows? But yeah, that's my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. So like I said, for Sprigatito Final Evolution, I would like to see a Grass Dark. And for Fuecoco Final Evolution, I want to see a Fire Dragon. And then for Quaxly Final Evolution, I want to see Water and Fighting. Be really cool. I would love it. And actually, like I was saying, I just thought about it. Like I was saying before, if the grass starter ended up being fairy, it would help against the fire dragon. But if Quaxly ends up being fire or water and fighting, that fighting would actually, potentially help against the grass and dark Pokemon. So, there'd be a lot of balance there, but it'd only really be balanced one way. It'd be kind of hard to give everybody a secondary type that made them now effective against their weakness. So it'd be weird, but I don't know. I'm really still looking forward to Gen 9, looking forward to more official announcements. Not really going to get into leaks and rumors in here because I just don't, there's just so many of them and I don't put any stock in them. I don't like looking at leaks or especially rumors, like things that are 100% not true. But I don't really like looking at leaks because I just want to find out when it's officially official. So like when Legends Arceus came out, I managed to avoid the majority of all leaks. I only saw like a couple things, and then once I did that, I literally turned off the internet for several days until I was able to get a hold of Arceus myself and play it. So I'll be avoiding as many leaks as possible with Gen 9, Scarlet and Violet, and hopefully we'll get some announcements this summer about officially what the final evolutions for the starters are going to look like. So remember guys, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. And again, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you would like to see, what you think we're going to see with these final evolutions. And until next time, Chromer out. Bye guys! Okay, my hand's getting tired. I'm tired of waiting.